Hey guys, welcome back on Four Towers Films.
And I'm Doug218. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm back to work now.
Yeah, hence why it's only one episode this week.
Sorry, guys.
Vacation time's pretty much done for us. How about you guys? How's your summer been? We are here recapping Big Brother Season 22 All-Stars Episode 7, 8, and 9.
It's our Grand Slam
It's
episode.
a Grand Slam
episode.
Got a lot to talk about. So, as we know, well, you might not know because we didn't do a Sunday episode, Janelle and Kaiser were nominated because Tyler won HOH.
And everyone was just hooping and hollering because it's a big move. And yeah, you know, it's...
And the first one, really, of the season, if you think about it.
Really, exactly. And, you know, like Janelle said it best, it's all stars, not all scared.
All scared, yeah.
You know?
Well, because look, the last... No offense to Nicole A. I mean, she was one of my favorites. I always liked her season, and Keisha too.
Mm-hmm.
But really, are they as big a target to say Janelle or
No.
Kaiser or even Tyler or Cody? No. Not really.
No. Sorry.
You know, so, I mean, it made more sense, but nobody seemed to want to go for them. They wanted to go for their allies instead.
Well, I'm getting sick of hearing that, oh, well, you know, I don't want to make big waves in the house. I don't want to get any
Don't
more...
blood my hands. It's
that-
All-Stars.
If you didn't want that, why did you agree to come in?
Well,
You know?
yeah, I mean, you guys have played this before.
Yeah.
Some of you played multiple times before. I mean, I think
Mhm.
there's really only, like, David, he played for, what, an hour last year. You know? So, I mean, I like David, but is he really an all-star?
No.
He didn't even play one day, so...
You know...
now, but not then. But, I mean, you've got ones like Devon who played, like, 3 times. Bailey's played twice. Janelle's played 3 times. Kaiser has played at least twice. You know, I mean, you've got... Although I don't think Memphis has played more than once. And I'm not sure if Cody has. I don't remember them in any other season. But they're all-stars because of what they did their seasons,
Yeah,
you know? Same
exactly.
with Tyler. I mean, that's why they're all-stars. But, like... And... The nominations, I mean, I like Nicole. She played it once, too, just last season. And, I mean, I can see why she's brought back. She's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Same with Keisha.
Of course.
But, I mean, I like them, but are they really exceptional players?
No.
Are they the big names? Like, Janelle's the Janelle.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
As
she's,
even-
like, as I say, she's the queen kind of thing. Like, she's like, comp beast, very good strategist, very fan favorite, all that stuff. Everybody's afraid of her. And there's a reason for that, you know? But it's funny that nobody wanted to work with her. I
No.
mean, really? Well, except Nicole and that. But even Davon and Bailey, I think, be in a better position than they are now if they did work with them, you know?
I agree with
Because
that.
they're on the bottom of the bigger alliance.
agree
I don't
with
know if
that.
they know that, but they are.
Um,
But anyway, they were nominated.
and...
No surprise.
Yeah. And, okay, I commend him for making the big move. And,
Right.
And,
At least he did.
At least he did. But he did waffle a little bit. He thought maybe this wasn't, you know...
Right, he still is.
he still is. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Because
Maybe not the right move.
because he's a phenomenal player
And he's
himself.
a big target.
And
too.
he's a big target. So his thinking was maybe I should keep one of them,
Janelle especially.
Janelle
Yeah.
especially, and use her as a block
Right.
for me because they're going to be more focused on her and I can kind of
Right.
get further in.
Right. Although he's got a bit of protection from an alliance.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it's the big alliance. I think he's part of the bigger alliance, the committee. I think he's part of that. But
If there's an alliance, Tyler's in it somewhere.
it seems to be aligned with everybody. But so he's not real. People aren't really saying anything, so he's okay. So you
Yeah.
know, but yeah, I mean, I get his reasoning because really, if you think about it, Janelle. Kaiser, to an extent, is a bigger target than him, and she's
Oh.
always going to get targeted every week.
Oh yeah.
You know, especially because Nicole F. and Danny really want her gone, kind of thing. But again, they're gamers, so
Of course.
you want to take out those sort of threats to you because Nicole or Janelle wanted to get rid of Nicole too, because she knows. I mean, she's been there. She's been there. She's a winner.
If I
that's
want,
who you target. I mean, I'm actually surprised a lot of them aren't targeting either Ian or
No.
Nicole at this point.
no,
They're the only two winners in those.
which is,
That's who you mostly target. The ones who've already won the game.
you know, I know we're only a few
We're
episodes in,
3 weeks in.
3 weeks in. I'm sorry, you've got 2 winners.
Yeah, and their names aren't even really coming up at all.
I'm gonna pull the trigger on them first.
Well, I think with Nicole, because she's aligned with the bigger alliance,
Yeah.
so I think that's why they're not. But and Ian's obviously aligned with Nicole, but I don't know. I think that's who I would target. I mean, you think they're pretty big
Oh,
targets
yeah.
too. They've won. They did
Exactly.
something right to get them there, but you know. Anyway, so we have the POV.
And it was. Sorry, guys. Who won the POV?
Cody won POV.
Oh yes, it was the cupcake.
The cupcake, which
Challenge.
they've done something similar before. This one is a cupcake challenge, like whereas they're divided in like 2 teams, I think 3, or then they went like head to head against each other. And then it was all cupcakes of different colors, and they're all mixed up, and they had to change the tops around so they're all the right color in the right order. And so what's funny is Kaiser actually, when he was playing it, he actually did have the right colors, but he had the bottoms wrong, so he had to go back and redo it, so that he ended up
Yeah.
losing because of it, so he's eliminated. Janelle, kind of similar. Not that she had the bottoms wrong, but she seemed to get, I don't know if she was mixed up or what.
Yeah, exactly. Janie seemed to be a little off her.
She seems to be off her game. I mean, some of her comps, granted, I know she's older, but these aren't like, she's still in pretty good shape, so
Yeah.
she's not that old. You know, but she doesn't seem to be like the compy she was
No.
in like the last previous 2 seasons. You know, not to say that at her age she can't do it, she's not that old. And she's still in pretty good shape.
Oh,
so,
she's in phenomenal
you know.
shape.
So, but it ended up being Cody anyway, who won POV.
And like the consensus amongst all of them, they thought Memphis was trying to throw this competition
Right, because it looked like he was trying to throw it.
because he had that.
He actually had one of the cupcakes right, and then he took it apart again. I don't know if he realized he had it right.
And all over the feeds that night was like, he threw it, and
Well, even they them themselves were saying but he said he didn't actually. He was actually trying to win it.
Okay, fair
I
enough,
guess,
fair enough. So,
But
Kaiser feels like he's pretty safe and sound, and
I don't know if he felt that. I think he wasn't sure, but I think Janelle knew she was the target.
Yeah.
I think because she thinks and I think it's true, she's the bigger target.
Yeah.
Right. So she told him she was going to campaign to stay, and of course he will. And
He said,
you know,
yeah,
I mean, this is a game, it's nothing personal.
Yeah.
They're good friends, right? So, I think he might be more bummed because one, they're going to get split up,
Mhm.
and nobody really wanted to work with them. And even on the feeds, what's interesting is Janelle started to kind of blame Nicole A for
Yeah.
her game falling apart. And it's like, not really, and Kaiser kind of said it right, because not really, because they were targets from the moment they walked in the house. So it really had nothing to do with Nicole A. Yeah, she trashed them, but
yeah.
that was really only after everybody got in her head, and Kaiser seemed to
Yeah.
understand that
Yeah.
and said that to Janelle. I mean, they basically did. They turned Nicole against her.
Yeah,
She
they
realizes
separated.
now that she was lied to.
Yeah.
You know, but when you've got only 2 people, only 2, and some of the
everyone
other, like, telling you they're working for you and they're trying for you, but you see evidence of the contrary, like, they told her they had Memphis, and that he wouldn't put her up, but he did.
Yeah.
And that if you had one veto, which he did, he'd take her off, and he didn't.
Mhm.
And so she sees them seeing Memphis and talking to Memphis all the time, and Danny and Nicole and even Kevin, who she trusted.
Are in her ear saying,
Right,
look,
and
look,
they,
look.
remember, they had an alliance, the
Yeah.
Rainbow or Unicorn Alliance, is telling her something different. Well, of course she's going to believe
Of
that.
course.
So, you know, Of course, now she knows different,
Yeah.
you know. But I mean, these are good manipulators. Danny was a good manipulator. So's Cody. I mean, there's a reason they got as far as they did in the other game. So, but at least I'm glad Kaiser kind of stood up for Nicole and said it's because they got in her ear. It's not because she was nuts, because Janelle's been calling her crazy. She does get emotional in the game, you know.
That, if anything, I think that's the one downfall of Janelle's is when
she does tend to bash, which I don't really like. I'm not to say the other ones don't bash too.
But when her back seems to be against the wall,
she lashes out.
She lashes out, and
she just always. I understand she's angry, but I mean, you know, at least Kaiser understood there was a reason behind it.
Well, you know, Kaiser. I will say, like, Kaiser's in a better position in his mind and whatever.
Yeah.
He seems a little more. I don't want to say more mature, but
it's I don't know. It is kind of a bit more mature stance to see it as she was manipulated.
Yeah, you know, it's not her fault. She believed what everyone was telling her.
Yeah, especially her. I mean, even Devon and Bailey. I mean, they didn't say. I mean, Devon told her. I don't know why she didn't believe her. Devon told her Janelle was trying to save her. I don't know why she didn't believe her, but I mean, I guess maybe because really only two of them were telling her different. Even Kevin was getting her ear. I mean, she trusted Kevin, and he was even basically lying to her.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe I don't think he believed it, but I don't even know why he turned against the one that he supposedly wanted to do final two with, unless that was a lie too, but I don't know. But anyway, so Cody went in, well, you know he's not going to use it.
Yeah.
So, but they tried. Anyway.
And while this is all going on, David kind of
did a rookie mistake.
Pure green as grass rookie mistake. He kind of blew up Tyler and Cody.
Right. Because remember, Tyler and Cody told him, he's working really close with Tyler. Cody does only trust him because Tyler does.
Yeah.
And so Tyler and Cody told him
that he heard that Devon and Bailey were
tried to flip the votes.
Flip the vote.
To more or less keep Nicole. That's not really true. But they told him that. I think because they're trying to separate him from Devon and Bailey. Now we know, because, well, we see more than they do. We're able to be in every room, right? Yeah. So we know Devon and Bailey, although Bailey kind of wanted to keep Nicole, and they're friends with Nicole, eh?
Yeah.
So, but Devon wants to stick to her morals and keep David, who's not even working with you. And now has been thrown her under the bus a little bit. So, Tyler told David this, that Devon was trying to flip the votes to keep Nicole A and get rid of him. So I guess he believed it. They told him, don't say anything to Devon. What's it do? I think he told Bailey first.
And then Bailey said,
and
look,
Bailey, of course, Devon's her girl. So of course she's going to tell her.
Us three need to sit down. We need to clear the air.
Right.
And
of course, Devon was hurt because she did try to save David, which worked. And she did have his back, even more than her friend. So, you know, I mean, I can understand why she was hurt by that. And so, so David realized what a stupid mistake he made. Because now Tyler found out, he told Devon, because I believe Devon confronted either Cody or Tyler about it. I mean,
she went to both.
Yeah.
She went to both and
said...
So
they heard about it.
What the heck is this? You know, like, blah, blah, blah. And then
David explained it to Tyler, and Tyler's like, what?
You idiot!
Blew up my game! If I don't win HOH, I'm going home next week.
And I'm not here to protect you.
Right.
And in the diary room, he more or less said, well, you know, Janelle was my target, but now I was kind of seriously considering this.
And actually, a lot of them now kind of soured a bit on David, and they don't think they could trust him because if he hears something, he goes and tells either Devon or Bailey or tells somebody else.
Yeah.
So, you know, like he did Nicole A. He told Nicole she didn't have the votes to stay. That's why she kind of got even more upset because they told him not to do that, but he did. So so it's not his first rookie mistake. He's done a few, and that's why I think they're kind of like maybe he's kind of a liability to us. Really,
it's time to put this boy out to pasture, so to speak. So
But and Cody didn't use it because Janelle and Case were bigger targets.
Yeah.
They kind of figured they can always go after David like this week or next week, that kind of thing.
So then we get to Thursday, and it's eviction day. And
well, it actually looked for a while that Janelle was making progress
that's true.
with keeping her, because we actually heard Enzo was on board with keeping her, Devon and Bailey were, Kevin would. Like, the problem is she would need, I think, at least one more vote, because even Tyler was second guessing getting rid of Janelle, because again, he thinks she's a bigger shield than Kaiser is, because she can win things, and she's also a very good strategist. So so a few of them were actually second guessing whether or not they should vote Janelle instead of Kaiser, like, out. And and they tried actually working Danny, but she won't budge, neither will Nicole F.
And Memphis.
Nicole F knows, and Memphis, I think, would have gone wherever way the vote went. That's what it seems like anyway.
And a few of them had even said, if you can lock down Memphis, then you
you'll
got us.
Or Cody,
Or
and then you'll have the rest of the alliance. Devon told Janelle that if you can get Cody, the alliance, the rest of the alliance will follow suit, basically.
And she worked hard.
Oh, she did.
She
Sure.
worked
Oh,
hard.
yeah. Sure, she did. And we found out what Christmas is because the safety suite, Enzo won it,
Yes.
and he took Christmas,
That's
even
his plus
though Devon worked him to save her.
Oh, and
that's something else that kind of didn't sit well with some of them.
Yeah.
That she like, because they're saying, what, you don't, like Tyler especially, you don't trust me?
Yeah.
What do you need safety for? You're supposed to be part of the Slick Six. What do you need safety for? But she goes, she wanted the punishment. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I guess she's never had a punishment.
Okay.
She wanted the punishment. So Christmas was taken. They're like, oh, Christmas, back-to-back safety suites. And so Christmas's punishment was, she had, I think it's like 9, like she got them over a course of a few days, 9 baby stars. Baby all-stars, they're so cute. They're little pillows with faces on them. They're stars.
And then all of a sudden you'd hear piped in,
Mommy, bounce me on your knee.
Or to feed me, or burp me, or change my diaper.
then Big Brother, congratulations, it's twins.
Yeah, she got more over the course of days. She ended up with 9. And there was one, I remember seeing this on the feeds, but I'm like, what did they do? See, I didn't hear it, but it showed it. She had to get up in the middle of the night. One of the babies was like, show me everybody how cute I am. So she had to gather up all 9 and walk around the house showing, look how cute my babies are. Wake them up and everything.
And like Enzo and her kind of played it up because she's like, look, you're a daddy and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, so
that was cute.
It was cute. And it was a little levity in amongst all the game playing.
She like used them as pillows and stuff. It's fun. One of them actually lost a mouth. It was funny. So, obviously we have eviction night. So actually they were thinking of maybe keeping Janelle.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end they evicted Janelle. And there's 2, as again, hanky votes. And now it was Danny and Enzo. Enzo likes to throw like these kind of weird votes. And again, he's not saying Sam, and Danny actually is also not saying it was her today.
When the votes came down and actually Danielle voted to keep her, voted
right. Oh, even we were like, what?
Julie,
even Julie.
And,
what?
And Julie turned to...
Because Danny even said she won't vote
No.
to keep her. But Danny and Cody were talking the other day about throwing out a couple of hinky votes and blaming them on Devon and Bailey.
To just kind of stir up the pot.
Just,
so
of course, yeah. But Cody said no. Danny still threw out the weird vote, but so did Enzo. And so now they don't know who the votes are, because Danny's saying it wasn't her. But I think they think it was Danny. But nobody seems to guess it was Enzo, although he's been asked directly and he said no, and they seem to believe him. I don't know if they believe him, but they seem to believe him.
Well, I think...
I guess they didn't watch his season. This is something he likes to do.
And even Julie said he likes to throw out the hanky vote.
He did it his season too, so I don't, like, did you not watch his season?
But I will say he's got a damn good poker face when they
Yeah,
ask
he
him.
does. Well, it's not his first time doing it. he always wears sunglasses too. He'll be like, yeah, okay, take the glasses off and tell me you didn't, you know.
So
They started the new HOH. And it's like, they've done something similar. It's like a ramp
and
that
you
they have to throw
roll.
balls. They have 3 balls. They have to hit into the center holes.
Mm-hmm.
And they divide them into 2 teams. I think 4 and 4 or 6 and 6. I think 4 and 4. No, there's more than that now right now. Something. It's 6 and 6, I think. And so 1 from this side, or 3 from this side, and 1 from this side, or something like that. 3 from each side, I think, go on to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last obviously gets it. So we know who won HOH. Shall we tell you who won HOH? Because you won't find out until Sunday, 'cause it's still an endurance comp. Okay, we'll tell you.
No, don't tell him.
No, why not?
Okay, tell him.
We'll give a reason to come back Sunday.
Yes.
But if you follow the spoilers, you already know. Or you watch the feeds, you already know. Enzo won HOH. So, at this moment, this is pure feeds. He could change his mind. Enzo does this.
Oh, God.
He's thinking of, he doesn't really want to, but Cody wants him to, putting up Kaiser. He might still change his mind. We'll see.
Enzo's his own dude, though.
Sure,
Like,
he can be, yeah. And actually, if he played his own game, I think he'd get further instead
yeah,
of
exactly.
listening to other people like he did his season. Which is why he went out 3rd instead of 2nd. His season, the first season he played. And he's talking about, he wants to put up David because he doesn't trust him because of all the stuff that went on last week with Tyler and everything, and he's going around, and he doesn't think he's an all-star. He only played like an hour last year.
And Kevin's on his radar, too.
And Kevin, but I think he really wanted David, but I think they convinced him not to,
Mm-hmm.
but you never know. And then Kevin, because he also doesn't trust Kevin.
Yeah.
But it sounds like, at this point, that if Kaiser won POV, Ian is a backdoor option, which won't sit well with Nicole F.
No.
Because remember, they're allied.
Of course.
Although she says she's closer allied with Cody.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But that's what it stands right now. The nominations have not been made yet. We will let you know Sunday or Monday when the show's done what the actual nominations are. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks for being here. Hope you guys are staying safe and healthy and all that good stuff. And thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be back on. And again, Sports Hour said, please be safe. Take care of one another. You be safe this week.
You too.
I will.
And we will see you next week. Take
Bye,
care,
guys.
guys. Bye.